Hello, everybody, and welcome to Friday Game Night. I'm joined by Theus this evening. Hopefully, and Anna will come in. If not, um, my goal is to keep this under 45 minutes. Let's see how successful I am this week. First of all, before I get started, I definitely want to invite everybody to subscribe. We are now, believe it or not, at 110 subscribers. 110. That makes us
Whoa.
890 away from 1,000. So you guys know 1,000 is our goal this year. So 810, it keeps growing. So every week I'm gaining somebody new. So get that pace accelerating. So go ahead and subscribe. I got a whole bunch of other bills to get paid, so I'm going to do them very quickly here so I can get started. September the 8th through the 9th, I will be broadcasting for 12 hours straight. I'll have game night, talent show, and much more on that night. You can go to my website at tracymedia.com/r-events. The book is still coming out in December. It may be pushed back to January, but you can visit that link to get the exact date. Like my Facebook page. Join my Facebook group. Like this video. Share this video. And do something that a lot of people don't do. Please comment on this video. I don't get a lot of comments. So I definitely appreciate any comments I get. I'm going to be better about responding to them. Of course, support me on Patreon. There's a Patreon link. Anything that you can spare will go towards this channel. You can always drop me a donation at Cash App, Tracy Media 74. As you can tell, I still need new lights, which I haven't gotten yet, but someday over the rainbow, maybe. Again, subscribe. And despite what Marlon says, I do know the name of our new show. Join Anna and myself March 24th for High Heels and Blue Jeans, Friday, March 24th, 2023 at 8 o'clock p.m. Oh my gosh, I got all of those announcements out of the way. Theus, how are you doing?
I am doing well.
That's good.
Nothing much to report.
I just dropped $2,200 and I'm sad. Happy but sad.
But you did it for a good reason.
I did it for a good reason, but I'm still like, I could have did da 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 with it, but that's not what's gonna get me a house. So, but I still cry. I was like, but why I gotta do this? But why I gotta do this? Just join me on my Tracy Buys a House. I'm on the last 3 episodes because now the next step is the appraisal and the inspection. Hold on just a moment. See, I keep getting these coughing fits, and I'll be right in the middle of a sentence, and it feels like I'm just gonna have a hack attack or something going on. So if I start coughing, everybody just excuse me. So, what do you want to talk about, Theus? I don't have anything. I think anybody's coming in.
I really don't have anything like light, you know. I did just post a video, um, yay me, about what if Theus ran for Congress, and the topic this time is the Electoral College. So, like, would I reform it or would I get rid of it? So that's out there. And then there's all the stuff in the news with the South acting up. The old South.
That's gonna be our serious show because we try to keep game night light and happy and then we just kind of push off the real serious I read that. I was like, are they serious? But they are.
Yep,
Um,
that is what we are dealing with.
well, I actually do have a topic. I actually have a topic. And if you guys ever watched an old series that I used to do, it was called Tracy's Top 5. And I would name rank 5 things. One time I did boy bands, another time I did rappers turned actors. But this time I want to switch it up a little bit. So there's basically 3 meals. Well, actually, there's 5. There's breakfast, brunch, lunch. I don't know what you call the meal between lunch and dinner, so I'm going to call it dinner, and then dinner. Those
Supper.
are
Is
okay.
supper
Well,
before or after dinner? I don't
I
know.
was. We'll just call it supper for these, uh, for this discussion. I know what I think the best meal of the day is, but if you could rank the meals in terms of your favorite,
Hmm. Well, I'm a meat and potatoes guy, so lunch is still going to be number one for me. Lunch is number one. That's my absolute favorite because I can skip breakfast and I can skip dinner, so long as I had a heavy lunch. Um, After that, it would be dinner or supper, either of those 2 meals. I've never had a supper. I've always had dinner. Might be a cultural
you
thing.
don't
I don't
eat that
know.
snack between dinner and lunch and dinner. You don't eat that snack.
The snacks are
Ooh,
snacks though, but no, I don't really do much on the snacking.
this is probably why
Um,
I'm so fat.
I usually have at most 3 meals in a day. But generally it's one or two because I don't often eat breakfast. If I eat breakfast, it's going to be something sweet. So it's going to be pancakes or cinnamon rolls or something like that. And then lunch is always a heavy meal for me because I have problems with portion control. So I eat big lunches.
But then doesn't
And
that
then that
make you
means I'm not
sleepy?
hungry when it's time to eat again.
Doesn't that make you
Oh,
sleepy if
yeah.
you eat a big one? Because you're at work, so you don't want to eat too big of a lunch because then you fall asleep for 45 minutes and you're supposed to be in a call center. But I'm not calling nobody's name. I don't know anybody that's done this. I don't know anybody that's
Well,
done this.
yeah. Well, even when I worked in call centers, I still would, it's just I have problems with portion control. So I always eat big, right? So that didn't stop me. And if I got tired, I was just slow when I came back from lunch. Um, but I'd push through. And then my current job, there's a lot of flexibility in my current job. Like if if I'm at the office, man, our lunches are run an hour and a half easy. Um, if I'm at home, if I bother taking a lunch, because usually I'm so busy, um, 45 minutes, hour. Nobody checks on how long you're gone. Um, but it's just a matter of, yeah, breakfast food doesn't taste good to me. Like it's not appealing. I'll eat it if I'm hungry at breakfast time, but it's not, whatever, except for that IHOP country omelet.
Oh, something with
I love
eggs.
that thing. Oh, I love that thing. Hash browns, ham, cheese,
Mm,
and egg. What? What? Uh,
that sounds like a
but yeah.
bunch of nastiness.
But dinner, I don't really do much as far as dinner, man, because with these crazy work schedules that we all keep. I mean, who really has time? So it's always eating out or something. So I don't even look forward to that no more. So yeah, that'd be my order.
So you don't even eat brunch? Like a special occasion, you're like, oh, let's go to brunch.
If I have brunch, it's not known as brunch. It's an early lunch. I'm not fancy enough to go to Papa Do's or something like that and get brunch. It's like high cost breakfast food. I'm just not.
No,
It's not okay with me.
it's not breakfast because it's late, but it's not lunch because it's not, it's not late enough. It's like after
But that's the thing,
breakfast,
though.
but right,
Brunch is like
it's in
between
between.
like 9 and 11 a.m. It's like right there in that little window,
That's
and I'm
not
like,
brunch.
that's still breakfast.
Brunch is like 11 to maybe 10:30 to 12. There's no
That's
way that
lunchtime.
a brunch.
That's lunchtime.
Who eats lunch
That's
at
lunchtime.
10:30? Nobody eats lunch at 10:30 a.m.
But they eat lunch at 11. It's the
If
same
you eat
thing.
lunch at 11, you eating what? That is too early to eat lunch. That is too
No,
early.
my lunch hour is 11:30 to 12:30
I would
technically.
be. I
Um,
don't even cuss. But if I got an 11 o'clock lunch hour, oh, I'm cussing somebody out because no,
no,
I'm gonna be hungry.
no.
No.
The fast food spots, all the food spots start serving lunch at 11.
That's
That's
because they're
lunchtime.
lazy.
No, that's lunchtime.
That is brunch. Anywhere between 10:30 and 12. That's
See, to
brunch.
me, brunch is less about the time and more about what's being served. Because usually when you go to brunch, you end up with stuff like um, omelet or waffles
No, that's
or French
regular
toast.
bread.
But at the same time, no, they'll have like some chicken dish or something like it'll be like heavy breakfast or weak lunch, and they'll be sitting together on the same options.
See,
And to me, that's brunch.
maybe I'm
And I
thinking of
don't,
a
it's not special.
continental breakfast. Maybe I'm thinking of a
What is
continental breakfast.
continental?
Continental breakfast to me, it's like croissants, fruit, yogurt. It's like minus everything else. There's no eggs. There's no
It's like the
grits.
most basic, right?
It's like I said, it's like croissant. It's not biscuits. Biscuit that's not continental.
Too
Biscuit,
heavy, right?
yeah, that's regular. So you talking about like croissants,
Muffins.
fruits. It depends. Not them big old super gigantoid muffins.
No,
Like
it'd be
the
them little
little
weak
bitty,
muffins that
little
nobody
bitty
wants.
ones. Yeah. Like the little ones they serve, like the little Debbie ones. Yeah, those.
Yeah, I don't like them.
Sometimes they'll have like an egg product, but it's not the whole egg. It's like the white of the egg that they'll cook.
Mm. Yeah, because when I think continental, I think like the most basic thing that you can get, right? So it's like the cantaloupe and
Yeah,
watercress,
cantaloupe,
um, and then you can get like a
watermelon.
bran muffin and some
But you
cereal.
you
Like that's
just
usually what you see. I'm like, I don't
cereal.
want that. I don't want
Okay.
that.
Well, your list is way different from mine. So the number 5, because I'm gonna go 5 to 1, is that snack between lunch and dinner. Because sometimes I eat lunch a little early, like maybe 1:15, and so I'm like, dang,
Early?
that's early for me because I have to eat. Keep in mind, I have to eat my meals at a certain time. I can't just eat
Right.
nilly willy
To
whenever
stay
I feel
even,
like.
right?
Right, I gotta eat as close to my normal time as possible. So I'm eating at 1:15. Probably around 6 o'clock, I'm hungry again. Right around that time, I'm hungry again, and then I'm going to eat a later dinner. So that's my 5th one.
Hmm.
That's probably maybe some spaghetti, or maybe a sandwich, or maybe even a bowl of cereal. To come to think about it, that's my number 5.
Cereal floats. That's a problem.
Oh my gosh, we're not gonna go with it. Yeah, we can't go with the foods that float things. No. Number 4 is lunch. No, number 4 is brunch. And the thing that confuses me about brunch is when you go. No, first of all, nobody makes brunch at home. Nobody sits at home and thinks, you know what? I'm gonna make me a brunch today. Brunch is something you do like for women getting married.
It's a social
special
thing.
Yeah, it's some kind of special occasion. Like it's something going on. You don't just out the air say, you know what? Let's go to brunch. Nobody does that. And they always have.
And you don't go to brunch by yourself.
No, you never do. Nobody goes to brunch by themselves. And they always have, this is one I forgot. They always have orange juice and champagne. For some reason, people think those two
the
things
mimosa.
mix.
Is that a mimosa?
Yeah, mimosa.
Right? I don't
No, play on. I'm like, Why you gonna put good with nasty?
Right, because champagne is disgusting.
I've tasted non-alcoholic champagne. I'm like, y'all serious with this? This is disgusting, nasty. But yeah, brunch is like for the girl that's gonna get married, and y'all want to do something cute for her and give her a pedicure afterwards. That's what brunch is for me. Then number three has to be dinner. You would think as much as I eat for dinner, this would probably be my number one, but because I'm eating so late, that's like the time I don't feel like cooking. I'm
Is your
trying.
dinner light or something?
It's not light. What I do the bad thing. I order out. I'm trying to stop that habit. I'm really trying to break that habit and get into the habit of making my own food for dinner. So I've started it, but boy, I'll cook a lot of stuff. And I'm like, this is taking all day to make. Why is it taking so long to make stuff? Oh my gosh. And when you
Yep.
buy
Hour to
some,
make it, 10 minutes to eat it.
it's like 5 minutes. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm sitting here eating this, right? I got to go through all this cutting up and dicing and measuring and blah, 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 blah. And it takes me, like you said, 10 minutes, the whole thing. But I just spent all this time making this. And my other complaint is they never have recipes for just one person. It's always serves two, serve four. I'm like, excuse me, wait a
I don't
minute.
mean to laugh, but I'm like, you can't make a lonely meal recipe. You just
You can't. You cannot. There are no recipes for just one person. It's always two. And then you got to put it in half, then put it in the freezer. Hope you remember it so it doesn't get freezer burn. Oh my gosh.
No, that's why you make something that, what I'm saying, you actually like. And so like you space it out. So that way, like you cook on let's say you cook on Sunday, and then no matter what you make, it's gonna be enough for two people. At least that's how it is in my world. I can't just cook
No,
a
there's no
single meat
again.
food,
There's
right?
no recipe
Right?
for one person. Makes
Yeah.
one.
And
And
even
I'm
if I
like,
tried, I'd eat all of it. So um so it's like you make it on Sunday and you eat what you want to eat on Sunday. And then the leftovers would be for like Tuesday. And then Monday you do something similar, easier to prepare because it's a work week now. And now you got your Monday, your Wednesday. And then Friday and Saturday, you're gonna eat out anyway. So that's how you do it. Like mentally, that's how you would do it. Now in reality, I've not been able to do that since I was probably in my 20s.
and Ziploc freezer bags, them things are garbage. Like, why y'all keep making these things? You put food in there, and you do like me, you forget that you put it in there. So you forget. Well, there you go with freezer burn. I done just wasted
Wait, wait,
all
wait.
this money.
What are you putting? What are you putting in the bag?
The food that I
Like
can
what type
eat.
of food? Like what type of food?
Spaghetti, chicken,
Okay.
riblets.
So if it's meat, like chicken or something like that, what you have to do is you gotta let it cool down, right? And then you have to wrap it in saran wrap and then freeze it. Because that way it doesn't freezer burn. Spaghetti,
Uh,
you just gotta turn around and eat that. You ain't got no choice. You gotta turn around and eat it because you're right. If it's in there for more than, I don't know, 3 or 4 days,
no, but with
you ain't
spaghetti,
gonna want
I
try
make
to
the
eat that.
sauce and then I make the pasta separate. So I don't put the pasta in the
Oh, you
freezer.
you do that type that type of
Yeah,
spaghetti.
because I just freeze like the meat sauce. I don't freeze the pasta because I cook them
Oh well, then you
separately.
good.
No,
You
I'm
good.
not.
You
Freezer
just
burn.
you just cut the bag. No, how you freezer burn spaghetti sauce?
I don't know. Ask me how
How
for the
long are
food.
you forgetting this food?
I put maybe 2 or 3 days. May
No, because it's like a month.
no, I can go in there and get some spaghetti. But like, I just literally had this on Monday. I
Oh
don't feel
man,
like getting up
then
and getting it, but I'm just saying.
then you have to start buying the name brand Ziploc bags, specifically freezer bags. Don't do like some of us and go buy them storage bags and treat them like a freezer bag. They don't work.
No, apparently not. It apparently not. Hello, Parker. How you doing?
Hey Parker, how you doing there, sir?
So that comes to my number two favorite lunch. Okay, here's my problem with lunch. It's never long enough. Okay, so I work at home, right? Now, I used to, when I worked in Plainfield, a city outside about 45 minutes away from Indianapolis, I would just go into the little breakout room at work and just sit there and eat, or I would go to a fast food restaurant and get something. However, because I'm trying to save for a house, I'm trying to break that habit. I'm trying to get into more of, hey, cook this for yourself or buy something that's like not freezer burn, but the pre-made meals and you get the
Yeah, pretty
frozen
quick
meal.
and easy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
frozen
quick and
meals,
easy.
yes. So that's what I'm trying to do. My lunch is it's an hour, but that hour flies by. I'm like, what the heck happened? I just sat down. It seems like it takes me about 20 minutes to cook and
Hmm.
then 20 minutes to eat, and that doesn't give me time enough to nap. Because I like to take a nap like right in the
Nap.
middle. Yes. Yes, I'd love to take a nap on my lunch hour.
Take a Man, I ain't. Only time I've taken a nap on my lunch hour, there was no food involved. It was I'm exhausted. I go to my car
I
and
will.
I just go to sleep.
Even when I was in Plainville, I would go out to the car, put my alarm on for 15 minutes, take me a quick nap, get right back up. Yes.
Mm-mm.
Yes.
That's not enough time for me. I can't function. I come out. I'll be back. I'll be more tired coming back from a 10-minute nap than I would than any other thing. I'd rather just stay up.
And then what I'm trying to do is avoid eating super heavy lunches so somebody doesn't fall asleep knowing she works on the call center calls. Good. Ooh-wee, I didn't keep that
You
one
can't
Monday.
go to sleep. You'll be
Yes, you
drifting.
can.
No,
Oh,
you'll
yes, you
start
can.
drifting, and then you'll hear that wonderful beep.
Let me tell you what happened last week. Last week was an especially good week, so I said I'm gonna treat myself to a pastrami sandwich. I got half a sandwich. I got a pastrami sandwich, matzo ball soup, and I even said nope, don't get any soda, get some water. That was my lunch. I ate half of the half sandwich and all of the soup. Let me tell you something. It was 2 o'clock.
Half of a half sandwich.
Yes, because they like put piles and piles of meat on it, so I could only eat half the sandwich, and then I ate half the sandwich later. Yeah, they put like piles and piles of meat on it.
I got to get on that level because I would have inhaled that half of the sandwich, been looking for another half of a sandwich, and been polishing off some chips.
I can't eat chips with a sandwich. I don't know why, but I can't. So I ate half of the half sandwich. I ate the soup, drank the water. It was 2 o'clock. Why did I wake up at 2:45? I don't know what happened. I heard a beep beep, but I'm like, did I go to sleep that whole time? I was out for the
See,
count.
but see
Out.
that might be the blood sugar thing. But for me, like now, like I said, I worked in call centers for a couple of years, um, supervised in them too, and to me it's soul deadening. It's it's like people don't understand how hard it is to work in a call center environment, man. It's like it's just soul deadening, right? You're just sitting there and it's beep, and
I
you
was
start talking.
out.
Beep, you
Now
start talking.
sometimes I've ate heavy and I've kind of drifted off, but then the brain will bring me back. But that time, 45 minutes, I was like, I don't know what happened. I don't know. I mean, my mouth was wide open. I had drizzle on my mouth.
Nobody,
I'm at
nobody
home.
started pinging you.
Nobody
You might
because
be at home, but I would have been lighting up your cell phone and everything
let
else.
me tell you what
Like,
happened. We didn't get
yo,
called. We did not get calls. That was last week was a
oh,
light
okay,
call week. So it wasn't like back to back to back calls because that would have kept me woke. It was like maybe an hour between calls that we were getting. Well, this week wasn't that week. So I'm like, more weeks like last week, please. I don't know what happened. I literally opened
man.
my eyes and said, dang, girl, you done went to.
Yeah, I'd have gone to sleep too. I can't go that long, like just waiting. You know? Like it's
And then when they pick up the
I
phone,
can't.
I got a question, and then you say go to the website. I'm already there. Why you gonna call the? I'm gonna shut up about working in a call center because I'm
People
like,
call you so that you can read to them. That's what it is.
apparently,
People call you so you can read to them. That's how people
apparently.
are now.
So that leaves my number one as the heavyweight champion, the MVP,
The worst
known as
meal of the day.
no, the best meal of the day, hands down, no contest, breakfast. Breakfast it's the most important meal of the day. Why? Number one,
Says
it
breakfast
breaks the
people.
fast. You're asleep for like maybe you get 5 to 6 hours of sleep. I try to get 7. So for 7 hours, I have not ate anything. I'm waking up like, yeah, because I try to get 7 hours of sleep.
I sleep about 8 or 9, so that's not my
How do
judgment.
you
I'm
not
just
wake
saying.
up hungry?
Only way I wake up hungry is if I eat right before I go to sleep. If I eat right before I go to
No,
sleep, I wake
breakfast
up
is the
starving.
undeniable champion of foods. Breakfast is
I'm
the
not
one.
hungry until
Breakfast
I
is
can go to about 2:30 before I have to eat anything.
breakfast is so you could do, there's so many things you can do for breakfast. You can go a bowl of cereal, some
You can
grits.
skip it.
No, you can't. Don't be skipping. Your doctor should be telling you don't skip breakfast.
They do tell me that. They say I need to eat small meals constantly throughout the day so
Yeah,
it
eat
helps keep
small.
your blood sugar regular, and it also helps your body not store fat because it's never knowing when it's getting fed again. I know all of that, but I know I'm not hungry.
You should
So
still be eating breakfast. It is still, like I said, you can eat sausage links. You can eat my number one favorite food, bacon. You can eat
mm-mm. I eat more if I have breakfast. Like
croissants.
if I have something for breakfast, like I take my girls to get breakfast every morning, right? So we go downstairs, we go to the little breakfast joint, they make their waffles or whatnot. I never eat anything. If anything, I'll drink a glass of apple juice. Because if I eat something, I will need to eat again in about 2 hours.
Wait a minute,
So
did
it's better
Parker
for me to
say
just
eat
skip
a
it.
Pop Tart? Them nasty. That's the one breakfast food I cannot stand is Pop Tart.
Well, Pop Tarts, the strawberry one, the cherry
The
one,
nasty, just bread
those
with
are the only two
peanut
really.
with
I can't
jelly
do the
in the
rest of them.
middle. Yuck. But breakfast is you
No,
can do anything. I've literally ate pizza for breakfast. I've had
that's not breakfast. That's you eating an early lunch.
that's breakfast. It's in the morning.
No, breakfast
So if
breakfast
I
isn't
eat
about what time. It's about what you eat.
no, if you have like just a cheese pizza, that's not I mean, that's not
That's an early lunch.
that's not an early lunch. If it's
You
just
ate
a
your
pizza.
lunch. You ate your lunch for breakfast.
And the best thing is when you have breakfast food for dinner. Oh, you don't get no
No,
hash
that
browns.
is called that's called desperation. I got
Hash
no ideas
browns.
on what to do,
You
so I'm
make
gonna eat
some.
breakfast for
You
dinner.
gonna make some link sausage and some hash browns, and you put some onion. Oh my
Hash
goodness.
browns are wonderful. The potato might just be the most perfect item that God gave us,
Well,
but
next to
you
chicken,
know, chicken. I'll put chicken right after potato.
I would put potato. I would put chicken above potato. Did you say you put it above?
See, I would go potato then chicken, and the reason why is because the potato is so versatile. If you have nothing else, you can base an entire meal off of potatoes. You can go with hash browns, you can go with a baked potato, you can go with French fries, you can do potato wedges, you can do mashed potatoes. There's so many things you can do. Chicken is chicken, right?
Fried
But I
chicken,
love chicken.
chicken
I love chicken,
casserole, chicken
but it's
cacciatore, chicken pizza, chicken spaghetti. Like you
but
got
it's
all.
always it needs something else to make it work though.
So
Like you
does
had to do something
potatoes.
else to it. But potato, you just change how you cut it. You change how you cut it, or you change how you cooked it, but it's still just a potato. Chicken, you got to do all that stuff you named. You got to add other stuff to it. And I love chicken. Like I said, it's number two. Number two. Steak is like way down the list. I could care less about steak. I don't know.
Oh,
It's
a steak,
whatever.
a nice T-bone steak. Oh, oh.
But you like your steak to still be mooing. I don't want that.
I don't need I don't need a well done dry steak. I like mine
I don't
medium
want well
rare.
done.
I
I
want
want
mine
mine
medium
medium
rare.
well.
Yeah, medium rare, medium, somewhere
No,
between that.
medium well. Like I want it like medium up some. You're talking medium down some. I just don't like all that. I don't want my food bleeding on my plate. It's just not okay with me.
So Parker says, "What if you eat cereal for dinner? Is that called eating breakfast, or is it called eating dinner?" It's called eating dinner because it's the time of day
It's
that you
called
eat.
eating breakfast for dinner.
And now sometimes before I go to bed, because I should be having my snack right before I go to bed, so my blood sugars don't go low. I will have a bowl, half a cup of cereal, and eat it. But that's a snack because I've already
So
ate
so
dinner.
you have to because I don't understand. Even though diabetes is like all through my family, right? I'd never have taken the time to understand it. So right before bed, you still have to do something to even yourself up. Because I'm like, when you go to sleep, your body slows down. Like everything shuts down when you go to sleep. So it's just surprising that you still have to do something to
It
kind of
depends
give it a
on are
boost
they type 2
before
or
you.
type 1. I'm type 1, which means when I go low,
I
I
don't.
go low. If they're type 2, yeah, they could not eat before they. Well, wait a minute. We got somebody in here that decided he going to join.
Eee.
Well, he can wait. So
Yeah, but I'm
part
saying for
type
me,
two, type two is the more common one, right?
type 2 is more common than type 1.
That's the one where you maybe it's dietary and you triggered it and your body can't handle the insulin like it needs to do.
Yeah, either
But
you
type
make,
one is like more genetic, right?
yeah, type 1 literally means I make no insulin. I don't make any. Like, I have to inject it in myself. Type 2,
But
you
type two
either make,
diabetics have to inject.
some of them do because they let themselves just go, but if they like cut it off right when they get it, they can reverse it. Type 2 can be
Gotcha.
reversed through proper diet. Type
Okay.
1, and you got reversing it unless they just come up with a cure. But I
Hi,
have,
Marlon.
hey Marlon, but I have to eat right before I go to bed because if I don't, I'll wake up with blood sugars in the 50s. So I have
But
to eat.
so, but type one means your body is not generating its own insulin,
Yeah, my
right?
body does
Type
not
two is
generate.
like it. Type two is it can't regulate it.
Yeah, it
So
can't
sometimes it's
regulate.
making too much. Sometimes it's not making enough. It's
Or it's
swinging.
not using what
But
it has. Some type 2 diabetics, they have insulin, they're just not using it. Their
okay,
bodies are, it's just sitting there doing nothing.
it just can't figure out what to do with it.
Yeah, it's like,
But
what?
type one is not even there.
Yeah, type 1 is like, sucks for you. Suck it up,
Mm.
buttercup, because you ain't got. But breakfast is so versatile. You can literally do anything for breakfast. You can have a fruit salad for breakfast. Boom.
That ain't
You
breakfast.
that is breakfast.
That's not
That
breakfast.
is breakfast.
You're
Define
eating
That's a
fruit.
breakfast.
snack.
You
You're
tell
eating
me
fruit
what
in the morning.
breakfast
That's
is,
not
because
breakfast.
having fruit is a breakfast. You can have apples,
You know what
grapes.
fruit is? Fruit is creative water. So you are just being creative how you get your
That
fluids.
is breakfast. If I
Oh
eat a
my
half an
god.
orange, if I mix some fruits and sometimes some vegetables together,
Can't
that's breakfast.
food just be
Fruit
food?
and vegetables together?
No,
Oh
sometimes I'll
Oh,
put a little vegetables
you
in
one
my
of them
fruit.
people who put fruit in your salad, ain't you?
Yes, I put an apple in my salad.
Barbarians.
That's
Barbarians.
disgusting. That is
That's just
absolutely.
nasty.
Oh, Parker, what if you eat cereal for dinner? Is that called eating breakfast or is it called eating dinner? I call it having breakfast for dinner.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
I said it's the time of day that you eat the food. It's dinner, but it's just normally stereotypical thought
You
of.
eat breakfast food for dinner. I do it a lot.
See, these are never had breakfast food. I always have breakfast food for dinner. Give me some hash browns,
I can't
some of
say
those
never, but
kielbasa
it's not going to be
sausages. You
intentional.
cut them out, you put some onions in it, some green peppers.
If if I have breakfast for dinner, it's because my wife said she wants breakfast for dinner, and that's what happened. I'm not cooking eggs and pancakes and cinnamon rolls and all. I
Who
ain't doing
cooks
that at
cinnamon
night.
rolls?
Come
You buy
on,
those
no,
things
You
already
get the
made.
cinnamon rolls for breakfast.
no.
Yeah,
You
nobody
cook
cooks
cinnamon
cinnamon
rolls.
roll. No, you don't. You
Yes,
go
you
to the
do.
store and buy them.
I mean, you
Nobody.
can.
Who's out here making cinnamon rolls? Who? Not me. And
I'm
I
not
eat
saying
cinnamon
you
rolls.
doing it from scratch, kneading the dough.
Yeah, that's what I'm
But you
saying.
go and you buy the refrigeration thing, and you have to pop the can and separate it, and you got to ice it.
Or you could go to the bakery and just buy the cinnamon buns
They don't
already
taste as
made.
good.
Oh, by the
They don't
way,
taste
all
good.
you restaurants out, all you hotels out there with your continental breakfasts, there's a special place in you know where for y'all people.
Thank you for not
There's a
cursing on
special
my show.
place for people like you.
I didn't curse, did I, Tracy?
No, but I'm thanking y'all.
Oh, I didn't.
Oh.
Yeah, I was real
See,
bad
the
last
hotel
year. I'm like,
that
what?
we are presently living in, every morning there's breakfast. So they have a waffle bar where you make your own waffles, and they have like the stuff you can put on it, and then you got like whatever their hot things are for the day. So sometimes it's hash brown, sometimes it's bacon, sometimes it's sausage.
Thank you. It's not continental. Continental again is croissant.
Bread of whatever kind.
So biscuits are not continental.
Well, they got another section over there. There's a section over there that has like where you can get like white bread or wheat bread, and so you can toast it and do whatever you want to with it. And then there's a cereal section, and no, it's like all that stuff is going on. But it's like whenever you mass produce food, I don't like it. I don't like mass produced food. So it's like
but you eat out at fast food restaurants all the time.
But it's not mass produced. I order it and you make it.
You realize that food is sitting there on the tray, and they got the
I don't like buffet. Yeah, cafeteria style food. I don't like.
Oh no, don't nobody like that.
Right?
That's
like
garbage.
Piccadilly, Golden Corral. I don't like that.
I can't do buffets.
Because then I be thinking y'all nasty.
It's more of a health thing because the last time Foxy went to a buffet, she wound up in the hospital. So yeah, I'm not going to.
No, for me it's.
Y'all
it's about the lack of flavor.
And that,
but like you can go to those sketchy Asian buffets, and like it's hit or miss. Like if 5 of y'all go, one of y'all coming out sick.
Yeah.
Right.
And you may be the one coming out sick.
Had a good time.
Yeah, that's the one that got away. Yeah.
But the one that didn't.
I'll be eating that because I always I don't go very often because I don't like my food cooked on mass scale like that. But I mean, ain't nothing like some semi-room temperature sushi and sketchy Chinese food to just boost that immune system right quick.
It's not boosting your immune system; it's making you sick.
I don't get sick.
That's you, but what if you go that one time?
Got away.
Yeah, he the one got. Nah, I don't like the little glasses that they have in front of it. Like, that's not protecting anybody from anything.
It's a sneeze guard, except for short people.
That's
the short people, it just keeps the germs in there inside.
No, thank you.
That's some great sneeze guard where they stick their head under the glass and go, now what is that again?
Yeah, and then they gotta touch the foot.
No, I'm good. I'm
and them old nasty tongs. Everybody touch the tongs.
Everybody has.
Ain't no. You work with people, they don't wash their hands.
They
don't wash their hands.
Don't even get me started on the chocolate. What is it called? Fountain.
The chocolate fountain.
The fondue fountain.
One little nasty kid.
I ain't touching that.
The funny thing is, it's the one little nasty kid that she's caught. A lot of them be sticking their little finger in there just to get some. It tastes okay, folks. You know that fountain rotates. Goes in, comes out. You got you sticking your little fingers in there.
That's why I don't go to any restaurant. I'll say this. I don't go to restaurants that are all you can eat except soul food, all you can eat restaurants. That I will go to. Those I will go to. We got 2 of them in Indianapolis. And let me tell you
something. What's the difference?
You got nothing like that.
Because 1, they're super duper clean. 2nd, they got the food section off where it's not just that little sneeze guard. And you can send back your plate and they'll bring you back another one and you can just keep sending it back and keep sending it back. We got 2 places like that here.
I ain't never seen nothing like that right there. Like my whole reason for wanting to go on a cruise, I've never been on a cruise. My whole reason for wanting to go on a cruise was the buffet. And
no, you don't.
They they saying don't do that no more. So I'm like,
No,
I'll just fly where I want to go, and I'll stay at the resort.
it's overrated. I mean, like, only thing you want to do on a cruise, it depends. Like, I'm not a water person per se, so I found myself having more fun when we ported than when we're actually on the boat. I had to gain at least 25 pounds because all you're doing when you're on the boat is you're just eating. You're going down to the, I'm gonna call it food court, because basically that's what it is. You just go there, you can eat chicken, ribs. It doesn't even matter. You can just eat whatever you want. I'm like, you know what? I don't need this. There are places like that. When you make that, tell you, soul food, all you.
I ain't never heard nothing like that. That's something else right there. A super clean soul food restaurant. Okay.
Now I
mean,
agree.
Their food tastes bad.
That the better tasting ones, you know, they a little bit run down, just a little bit, just a little bit.
Greasy spoons are where you. If you want good tasting food, you got to have like this faint aroma of bug spray in the background, and a health food score that's in the 80s, and you know that's when you know it's right. The floor ain't quite right. You know, your shoe sticks just a little bit.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean that's like, you know, Waffle House. Do you ever expect to see a clean Waffle House? No.
I haven't been inside a Waffle House in years.
Oh, that's one of my favorite restaurants. I'm like, it's clean.
Every time I eat eating at Waffle House for me is like McDonald's. I'm going to be sick the next day. But the difference is I actually enjoy what I eat at the Waffle House. It's just unfortunately I'm going to be sick the next day. But the only thing I've ever eaten at Waffle House, ever, double patty melt with the large hash browns, with the ham and the onions. That's how I get mine. I don't want no cheese in them, so I'm scattered in chunks. That's me. No smothered, please.
And see, I don't eat eggs, so all mine is always I order off the side menu because everything they have comes with eggs. So I'm like, okay, give me the.
That's
waffle.
why you gotta get the double patty melt. It's a
but
burger.
I don't want a burger. It's a breakfast place.
No, it's a diner.
To me, it's a breakfast place. I go there for breakfast. I don't go there to just eat.
I ain't ordering breakfast from there.
I get the waffle with the pecan in it and the hot. Ask them to heat up the little syrup, put on there. 2 sausage patties around. I'm good.
If I want breakfast food from a sketchy establishment, I'm going to IHOP. If I'm wanting my double patty melt and my hash browns, going to Waffle House.
You realize
under
hash
no
browns
circumstances,
are food.
Hash browns are forever food, anytime food. But Waffle House, their hash browns are just better than everybody else. But the one place I will not go, unless it's like one of them family vacations or families, they make you go where everybody else is going. You ain't getting me in a Cracker Barrel.
Oh, now we getting ready to fight. We getting ready to fight. Cracker Barrel is life.
That life.
Cracker Barrel is the king of
horrible.
Let me tell you about the French toast. Oh my goodness.
From the front porch to the table, horrible. And then they bring you the food, no flavor.
Their food has plenty of flavor.
Ain't got
their
no flavor.
Food has plenty of flavor.
That food ain't got no flavor.
They cook all their food in water.
They do not cook their food in water. Cracker Barrel is life. It is the best of the best.
All their food tastes like depression.
It does not.
Just a salt. Just a sprinkle here and there.
That's why they put it at the table. Their
clients need to donate some Mrs. Dash to them. Just something. You know what I'm saying?
They put it at the table so you can season your own. They don't assume that
salt
you
and pepper
a
is pound
of seasoning on your food.
So. Any place that tells you salt and pepper is seasoning is somebody who don't really know about seasoning. So that's like a last desperation move.
No.
Just desperation.
I don't know what y'all talking about. No.
You know how bad your restaurant is when your salt on the table don't have flavor?
Right? I'm like, how your
First of all, I'm not gonna sit here and have y'all disparage one of my favorite restaurants. One of my favorite. It's like in the top 3. It's like right.
Welcome to Cracker Barrel, where everything either tastes like a cracker or tastes like a barrel. Which would you like today?
You know what? It does not taste like a barrel, and it does not taste like a cracker. And crackers are good and delicious. I don't know what you're talking about.
No salt
and bland.
No saltine cracker.
I don't know.
And after you eat there, you might need some crackers to help settle that belly you got going on there, because
Yep.
I eat at Cracker Barrel at least twice a month, at least.
Can't even do it.
You probably the only
Can't even do it.
You the person.
But I'm sorry, I'm also a little different because every time I walk in the front door, it's like the ancestors start talking to me. Ooh, boy, get out of here.
And you know how many black people go to Cracker Barrel?
Hey, the ancestors ain't talking to them.
So the ancestors aren't talking to me.
Nope, not talking to you. Nope, they're letting you in there.
Oh, no.
They might talk to you when you leave, but they ain't talking when you go in.
You know what, Parker? See, I ain't got to put up your comments neither. Y'all just leave Cracker Barrel alone.
Cracker Barrel, where the only black people there are sitting at the table or working in the kitchen, but they won't bring you your food.
Yes, they will bring you your food. I always get nice customer service when I go. Period.
From black folk?
Black people work there. Hispanic people work there. White people work there.
They sure do. They work there in the kitchen.
No, they don't. Some of them are the wait staff.
Okay, even I have had black waiters and waitresses.
Thank you.
I'm just picking at Tracy at this point. Because they do let the black people out in public. But let's not pretend that Cracker Barrel, that's not part of their legacy, and they haven't been sued like multiple times.
Like McDonald's. McDonald's has been sued. Burger King has been sued.
No.
It's like Denny.
Wait a minute. There's a difference between being sued and what you being sued for. And if you get sued for the same thing over and over again.
When was the last time they were sued? 1987.
Throughout the times.
You said the 80s? Like that's ancient history?
It is ancient history. The 80s was like almost 40 years ago.
They just know how to hide it better now.
When was the last time Cracker Barrel was sued? I'm asking.
I don't know.
Y'all don't know. Point.
Because I ain't eating there. Food's disgusting.
But you'll eat at Nasty Denny's? Now that restaurant, I will never go to.
I sure enough won't eat at Denny's.
Nah.
Ain't no way I'm eating at Denny's.
They don't got nothing good.
And they got a worse history than Cracker Barrel.
They little country store, they be having some good little knickknacks.
Oh Lord, no. Ain't nothing about that country store make me feel comfortable. Every ounce of that country store says, hurry up and get to your table. Hurry up and get to your table. Hurry up and get to your table. Don't stay over here. Don't stay over here. Hurry up and get to your table. Your ancestors cried over here. Go over there. Go on in there.
A jury for the 12th Judicial Circuit Court in Marion County, Tennessee, ruled January 6 that the company must award Crowner more than $4.3 million. This
what year?
January 2022.
Oh, wow. That's ancient history right there, Marlon. That's last year.
That is 2022.
Ooh.
I'm still going to Cracker Barrel. I don't know.
Racist.
But wait a minute, why did they get sued though? Was it like Chi-Chi's and they just served bad food, or was it for racism?
For serving dangerous chemicals.
Thank you. Wasn't for racism. Chi-Chi's got closed down. Chi-Chi's got closed down for serving some bad salsa. It wasn't like they said we
why you gotta bring Chi-Chi's in here? Chi-Chi's wasn't even part of the conversation.
No, I'm just saying.
Okay, the last time that the company was sued for
racism.
2004?
Was 1999.
Almost 30 years ago.
In 1999,
hold on.
A lawsuit was filed against Cracker Barrel by a group of former workers who claimed that the company had discriminated against them on the grounds of race.
Hey, Marlon, look up the one for Cracker Barrel Secret Service agents. And then I'm looking at one from 2004. Justice Department settles race discrimination lawsuit against Cracker Barrel restaurant chain. That's 2004.
Wait a minute, I got it. Oh, wait a minute.
They
I got
really
2006. Cracker Barrel to pay $2 billion for racist sexual harassment at 3 Illinois restaurants.
3. You know how many restaurants Cracker Barrel has?
Do you realize what side of the argument you're on, Tracy?
Y'all
Tracy,
just
do you
hating.
hear
I'm
yourself?
still going
Do
to
you
Cracker
hear
Barrel.
yourself?
La 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 la.
It's okay. They were
la.
only racist in 3 locations. Them little black people deserved it.
I didn't say that.
That's what you basically said. You leave my Cracker Barrel alone. They only hated on them few darkies over there. They hate on the rest of us.
And I want to remind everybody that March 24th is going to be a big day in this channel.
Ooh, Lord.
Mm-mm-mm.
I'm sorry. You know how long his business are? Just a few darkies. No big deal. Why are y'all going around giving people sanitizer? What is this? This is
2010, United States of America versus Cracker Barrel.
Okay, are we done with the Cracker Barrel is racist?
There wins over $6 million lawsuit against Cracker Barrel after he said they served him sanitizer. What is your problem? Y'all food just that terrible. You can't tell the difference between your food and sanitizer chemicals.
That was seasoning, Marlon.
Yeah.
Anywho's, these people don't got no idea taste. None.
You're right, they don't.
Oh, wait a minute. Parker just came up with the.
Well, hold up now. I like Bob Evans.
I can't stand Bob Evans. Oh,
see, I don't know. I don't even know what a Bob Evans is. I don't.
You don't need to know. You don't need to know.
That sounds like a hotel.
Like
I don't know what that is.
I'll pick Bob Evans over Denny's. When was the last time Denny's got sued for discrimination?
I don't even know. It would be almost impossible for Denny's to get sued because don't nobody eat there.
Why they keep opening up more of them in Indiana? They just keep opening up more.
Because of the people who live in Indiana.
Because
of the people who live in Indiana. They probably got them in like Tennessee and Texas and certain other states that are very charitable to certain types of personalities.
Parker, you real close to being banned from this show. I don't believe you.
Parker, you sent me an email the other day talking about him. Ooh.
Safety vest man.
Oh, will you stop? We're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this. We are not going to do this today.
Where's my email?
I think we should get rid of all schools except for this one here school over here
that I went to.
Because I went there.
Why do y'all keep bringing up? Y'all just not letting me live this down. I don't know why. I've interviewed at least 10 people. But nope, we're just gonna bring up this one person.
He's a distant cousin of mine, so I can say that.
No, his name is Robeson, not Robinson.
Oh, okay.
This is
why he said.
Okay.
Tell me about
we're probably still enslaved by the same people.
What jobs do you hold besides city council? How long have you lived in Duval County? I was born and raised on the north side of Jacksonville. I worked for General Electric as an inventory specialist.
That's why he got the jacket on.
Okay.
Y'all just never gonna let me. And Parker, you're real close.
I'm not hating on how nobody get their bread. I ain't hating on how nobody get their bread. You know what I'm saying? Get your money, man. Everybody got to find their way to feed themselves, take care of themselves, and grow themselves. There's a lot of money in every career path you can follow. I ain't never gonna pick on my man for that. But you don't come to the interview with the safety vest on. Take the vest off. That's all I'm saying.
And I told
you at the interview.
And I say the time
take it off.
Why do I keep picking on them? I'm not gonna pick on you for doing something, saying an interview wrong, or you're nervous or anything out there. But when you sit there and decide that you're gonna go after a position that can affect other people's lives, and you talking out both sides of your neck about closing schools and give it to businesses, but don't close this school and all this up, man. No.
That's why I can't get them to come back, because of y'all.
Worst thing in the world to me is the weirdest thing. I'm not worst. The weirdest thing to me is Parker. A black super capitalist. That is weird to me. Do you understand you are the capital? Do you understand the history of this country? Do you understand that you talking
Y'all
about
just gonna do
empowering the
this.
corporation
Y'all not gonna do
to
this to
take
me
care of the
today.
regular
Y'all
people?
not gonna do this to me today.
I'm just saying.
Matthias, then he had a Facebook message where he practically condemned capitalism. That we need to shut down capitalism, and capitalism doing this and capitalism doing that. I wanted so bad to type in there, hey fool, I saw the interview where you said you was gonna turn this city over to companies to take care of garbage, schools,
Yeah.
cleaning.
Why, Parker? Why did you do this, Parker? Why?
You know
I just want to know why, Parker. You're out there and you just stirring these two up. I'm moving forward and they just keep pushing me back and pushing me back. We're not gonna talk about it. Last topic.
Now, the last interview you did was actually pretty good. I didn't agree with everything the man was saying, but he was making some sense, even though he lost me. You know where he lost me at. So y'all got to watch that video, and
really
you'll know where he lost me at. But
it still ain't as better as that black lady who I keep
smart
saying,
dude though.
I keep saying black lady because I keep forgetting her name. But
I've interviewed two black people, two black females, Constance Every and Hanifa.
Constance Aries.
She's the one from Tennessee that wanted to be governor.
Yeah. The other one.
Well, I need her to. If she do become governor,
with the flag behind her was kind of throwing me.
Hanifa is a friend of mine, so I don't
know. It was just that's it. Yep, that was it. That literally the only thing that was throwing me is like this flag thing.
But she's always had that.
Can a Tennessee lady go see about an old boy in the state legislature that wants to reinstitute lynching? Can she go see about him? Because I'm a little concerned.
I'm a lot concerned, but that's not this show. So last one, we're gonna do One Has to Go. This is where I list.
Safety Best Man.
That's not even a pick. Well, yeah, I'm telling y'all now, we're not gonna talk about
ice cream
this.
on waffles.
That's good. Anyways,
anything other than syrup on waffles.
Well, I don't know, like a nice fruit puree.
He said that he was in the city council. He would set up a payment plan with particular areas that got flooded and make them pay for it instead of coming from. Okay, yeah, he did say that.
A payment plan for people who have just suffered an emergency. Where they going to work, bro? Where they going to work?
Okay, so we're gonna play. The only game we're gonna play on this is One Has to Go, and so we're gonna talk. This is not a pick. I'm going to say what my choices are. And this is in terms of acting. Queen Latifah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Ice Cube. Will Smith. Ice-T.
Ice-T. We're done.
Ice-T.
Hey, y'all gonna get rid of Ice-T that quick?
The man's been on
compared to the other three, yes.
The man been on Law and Order for like 2,000 years. I don't care anymore. I don't even watch the show. He could go.
And I like Ice-T to an extent, but
I would have got rid of Ice Cube.
Look who you put him up against.
I mean, Ice Cube is a good actor, but
Ice Cube is a better actor, and he's played more roles that are geared towards like families as well as young people.
That moment where he lived with them kids was terrible.
He has much more range.
Okay, first of all, let's be honest.
You don't like nothing that got to do with kids, though.
Don't ever put
That's not true.
Ice Cube up against Will Smith, because it's like.
Well, we know Will Smith is not going nowhere. I mean, true, he did slap Chris Rock, and that was an unfortunate incident.
Stop it.
He did.
Stop
he
it.
didn't. He
Stop
didn't.
It. It's irrelevant.
But I'm just
completely
saying,
irrelevant.
You said we're talking about talent right now.
Okay, we're talking about talent.
They're like somebody bring up somebody and be like, well, they got a speeding ticket in 2005.
You know, people do that. Then somebody's gonna say, well, you propagated. So I'm like, I'm just.
Yes, and how many people had to say, I'm sorry, celebrities, I'm sorry for what I tweeted in 2005 when I was
But anyway, we know Will Smith is not going nowhere. Period, point blank, he's not going nowhere. He's probably the best of the four I named. Then you got Queen Latifah. She's second. Then what?
Wait a minute. In what? Acting?
Acting. In terms of rapper term, actor? Oh, yeah. Oh, so y'all don't sit here and forget about Living Single. Y'all just gonna forget like it never happened.
She wasn't even that good on Living Single.
She's not good on Equalizer.
Max and Regine and Sinclair carried that show.
That
She
show
was the
contagious.
Dorothy of Living Single.
You know what?
She was the Dorothy of Living Single.
To be honest with you, yeah. If we're talking about rappers, it would be Will Smith and Queen
And then Queen Latifah. Who else is going to be second?
Will Smith, then Q, then the Queen, and then Q.
Cube is not a better actor than
He can't do drama. All he can do is movies that he cusses in and smokes weed in. That's his whole range.
Have you seen Equalizer yet?
Not his whole range.
Tell me he doesn't do a movie where all he does is smoke weed and cuss like 99% of the time.
Honey, are we there yet?
Terrible movie.
Yet? The one where
All About the Benjamins, he wasn't smoking.
What was the 2 movies he did with Kevin Hart?
I don't know. He did movies with Kevin?
Yeah. And he was a chief of police or he was a supervisor or something like that.
Oh, that terrible movie. He was the brother. Yeah. Kevin Hart was going to marry Ice Cube's sister. And they was
because I don't like Kevin Hart. I don't like Kevin Hart
annoys me
too much, so I don't watch his stuff.
I really could just watch Kevin Hart's old stuff. His new stuff, his movies. No.
Yeah, I think of all the movies that Kevin Hart has done, the only one I actually enjoyed, and I haven't watched very many of them to be fair, but the one that I actually enjoyed he was in was Jumanji.
I haven't watched
it. That was it. And that was because him and The Rock were hilarious, playing off of each other.
But that's the deal with Kevin Hart, which is why I don't want to watch it. It's the same character.
Over and over again. Like, dude, can't you do something? You're never going to see.
Screaming at the top of your lungs and bold. It's like.
You're never going to see him do, like I'm going to use this comic as a good example.
He did do a serious movie that I may actually watch. He did do one serious movie where he was either in a rehab or he was helping somebody out in rehab.
Oh, that's what the guy off of Kevin. I know his name.
Oh yeah, Adam Sandler's movie.
No, it was the guy off of Malcolm in the Middle, the dad. He played a paralyzed guy. Kevin Hart can only play. Thank you.
Oh, okay, that was
one
recent.
character.
That's kind of recent.
I'll tell you who's a good dramatic.
But comedians aren't expected to have a whole lot of range anyway.
No, but I'll tell you who does have a lot of range, and a lot of people don't like her, but I gotta respect her game, and that's Monique. She's got range. She's got range as an actor.
I could go to. I don't like nothing Monique in. I can't think of nothing I liked her in. Nothing.
What?
First of all, you couldn't get me to see Precious. Which she got.
I'm not watching a black trauma film. I'm not watching a black trauma film. I'm not doing it. Ain't happening. The whole movie was depressing. I ain't watching it.
I read the book. I sure ain't finna watch the movie.
Y'all
the book
sitting here
horrendous.
Making some bad comments about the Queen of Comedy. I don't believe this.
Who named her Queen of Comedy?
She was on the Queens of Comedy tour.
She is, but she ain't the Queen of Comedy. Samora is funnier than her.
Samora is not funny. Way funnier than her. No, she's not.
She's funnier than her.
I don't think Samora is funny at all. But of course, I don't think Earthquake is funny either. And people, you gotta be crazy.
Earthquake was funny in his prime.
And Cat Williams, that's another one that can go.
Cat Williams is hilarious. You know who I'm not really into? Cedric Entertainer, because he really only has like one routine.
That's my favorite comedian.
Yeah, Cedric is hilarious. His stand-up is golden.
It's always the same stand-up.
Now, his stand-ups are funny. His TV shows is just like, no, I can't do it.
Yeah, I've tried to watch The Neighborhood. Not a fan.
Yeah, that's not the show
I have to admit, it's not because of him. I'm not a fan of it because of the two supporting actors, the dude who came from The New Girl and the girl who came from Two Broke Girls.
Oh, yeah, they're terrible. I'm like, go away.
They're not good. Neither of them are very good actors or thespians. So it doesn't help. It's like Tashina and Cedric have to come down some, and then they're like a gap. So it just never
By the way,
doesn't come together.
when y'all watch True Lies, you may want to go ahead and skip to like the middle part of the show. Because that's when
I'm not going to watch True Lies because I enjoyed the movie. I'm not watching the series.
It was pretty good, except for
What is True Lies? I've never seen the movie.
If they made a TV series out of True Lies.
I've never seen the movie.
True Lies.
What? Arnold Schwarzenegger?
True Lies was about a spy who really, really had a regular family. And his wife
here's the thing you guys got to remember of me.
Jamie Lee Curtis?
I don't watch movies that much.
Fine, Jamie Lee Curtis.
The only thing I didn't like about the show is they do that futuristic. Only my company can have these type of toys and everything else. And I literally.
What does it come on?
See, what time or when?
No, what does it come on? Like, what is the platform?
CBS or ABC or some.
Oh, okay.
CBS.
I don't ever go on them channels.
I can't with these new shows.
CBS has True Lies now and CSI Vegas. And the only reason
what's up with this Magnum PI garbage that's out there?
Thank you, Tiz.
I love that show. Sorry.
Thank you, Tiz.
Now, granted, I have to say one.
He's not Tom Selleck.
Acting is so bad.
That's why it was so terrible. It was canceled off of this channel. And then you're going to be like, we're going to pick it up. Why was it canceled?
The Beverly Hillbillies went through the same thing.
It was as bad as when they did the reboot for Miami Vice. It's just bad.
Oh, gosh. That was
Miami Vice?
The reboot?
The
reboot was bad, dude.
You mean that movie with Jamie Foxx and you mean the movie, right?
Whatever.
I'm talking about the TV series.
They rebooted that terrible TV show?
Yeah. One Miami Vice on this a couple years ago. I could have sworn. You see
Miami Vice?
Yes, he did say find Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yes, she fine. Jamie Lee been fine.
Is Van Diesel? Wait a minute.
Oh, you already know it's terrible. You already know it's terrible. Vin Diesel's in it.
Johnson himself wants to move.
I remember the movie with Jamie Foxx. That was terrible.
Oh, they said there was no.
Did not come out? I could have sworn it came out. I thought I saw one of those terrible.
Johnson himself wanted to move to movie roles too, while later series of Miami Vice had their moments. The first two series was considered the show's peak, while Johnson revised his only other cop show, Nash Bridges, which again is a show in 2001 TV special. There are no signs of Miami Vice reboot.
There's no you're thinking of the movie with Jamie Foxx and
wait a minute, are you thinking about the movie?
You gotta be thinking about the movie.
I could have sworn it was a TV show
they
did recently.
Yeah, because I know, like I said, Jamie Foxx is in it. I can't think of who the white guy was.
Hey, speaking of Jamie Foxx,
they spent $105 on the movie and made $65 back. Advice.
Speaking of Jamie Foxx, he did a movie with Michael B. Jordan, and it was pretty good.
Yeah,
now granted, it was good because Jamie Foxx is just that good an actor, but it was pretty good. Even though I watched it late at night, so that meant I had to stay up till 2:00 in the morning because I was angry at all of white America again. But pretty good movie.
Jamie Foxx is acting, and it's like his singing. Like, I hated his sitcom. I was like, this show is so terrible. This show is so terrible. You knew he was going to end up with this.
It was wonderful for what it was. It was designed to be like a Martin type show.
It was not Martin.
It was designed.
You can't be comparing that show to Martin.
It was in that niche of Martin and the Wayans brothers and
it was
stuff
Wayans
like that.
Brothers
That's how
terrible.
it was.
But
Wayans brother was pretty bad, but I still enjoyed it.
Martin, you can't. No, I would compare it to the Wayans brothers. Terrible show. You knew he was going to end up with, what was that girl's name?
Fancy.
Garcelle
Beauvoir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You knew he was going to end up with her.
Yeah, eventually.
And he was going to sing
a song. That's how all the shows are.
Because
they're all like that.
Because you knew he was going to sing blah, 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 blah. I just did not like that show.
I love that show.
I didn't, and I didn't like that other show. Who
What
was that one? The nerdy guy on there. The stuffy guy. Uh,
Talking about Urkel?
no, Braxton. That was his name. I can't believe I watched that show enough to know
I
that.
feel sorry for Braxton. I watched the like one of those like after the show type series type things, and it's like the dude is like a classically trained actor.
Can't get no work because of that terrible show.
Can't, because he was, and that's what happens. It's like Alfonso Ribeiro. Alfonso Ribeiro is the only reason that the Fresh Prince was able to make it past his first season, but he's a classical actor. He's like, actually, this is his thing. And then here comes Will Smith. He's the star, but he's the number 2 guy. So now the star is able to go and be other things.
Yeah.
But the number 2 person never really gets to do anything else.
Okay.
You are that person.
I thought of the number 3 person, so I'll stick with what you said of Will Smith and Queen Latifah. Third is LL Cool J.
LL Cool J was not one of my choices.
He wasn't in the list. You gotta leave Uncle L out of this. Leave Uncle L out of this.
LL should be on the list.
But I didn't put him on the list. Okay,
Uncle L does not belong on the list.
Here's the last one.
The ladies love Cool J.
We sure do.
Are we saying as a good actor, a rapper turned good actor?
Yes,
this
but
is a rapper turned actor. I'm not putting good on it.
I'm telling you right now, if you haven't watched NCIS LA
or Atlanta or New Orleans or any of the other ones,
trust me, you would not see him as LL Cool J. You will see.
He will always be LL Cool J.
No,
and he is a history maker because to this day, well, it'll always stand. He's the first black lead actor that actually made it to the end of a horror film. So, LL, you the man.
Parker. See, Parker, you coming real close to being banned.
That deep
something. Or Jamie Lee Curtis.
Better at acting?
Jamie Foxx. Period.
Because they never really gave Jamie Lee the opportunity to really do a lot of range. You know, even though she's very talented in everything, she never really got the opportunity to be her own.
Words, because
she is beautiful. But it's like she came up through the 80s and the 90s when women really weren't given the full opportunity.
And we are
to
now
get credit for how much more now, because you don't have to rely on the same channels anymore.
Okay, so the last one has to go. I'm pretty sure I know this is gonna go down. Bud Bundy, Kelly Bundy, Peg Bundy, Al Bundy.
How you gonna break the family up?
One of them has to go.
No, 7 can go.
7 was not a choice. And that was 7.
Buck can go.
7. That little boy's name was 7.
I said 7. He can go.
I thought you said Stephen.
Nah, 7. And Buck, he can go.
That's the dog. The dog was not a choice.
Did you put the wife in there?
I said Al Bundy, Peg Bundy, Kelly Bundy, and Bud Bundy. One of those has to
go.
Well,
then Bud has to go.
Peggy.
Oh, y'all be 2 different ones.
Nah, Peggy. I love me some Peggy, boy.
Nope.
Peggy.
Couldn't stand that character.
Love me some Peggy, man.
But it was one episode where she literally was smoking a cigarette and she was making
she smoked like the whole first however many so the first couple seasons. That was like her thing.
I almost want to say Parker, Ted Bundy is not a choice. See, Parker, I'm going to say this, and I know I'm not going to be popular for saying this. I almost want to say Al Bundy.
There's
no show without Al Bundy.
I know, but that's the thing.
There's no
like he achieved nothing. I'm like, only thing I know, he was a shoe salesman and he scored 4 touchdowns in one game. Almost wanted to say
at Polk High, and he loved his family, and he was he was just like the stereotypical. No, not stereotypical, but he was like the ultimate representation driven into a distortion, of course, of what it's like to be a married man trying to function in a mediocre
I
capacity
almost, and I said,
despite having larger vision for yourself. Like, I'm pretty sure most men, especially most husbands, could relate to him on some level, even though like some of his garbage we couldn't kick it with. Like, he was extremely sexist. But
yeah, we call
as
Marcy a
far as that,
chicken every episode. Like, are you gonna call her a
well,
chicken
that
again?
that's not what I was talking about. I was talking about always having to have some weird, young girl with skimpy clothes through every episode. But Marcy, you know what? I always thought Marcy was cute.
I always thought Marcy was gay.
So that it turned out to be.
No, I really
But
did. Tracy, I'm not even lying to you. I called that the first time I started even dealing with that character. I went, either she's really gay and acting like she's not, or something was off. And then as the show
But
went on, she wound up being gay. And I
it's
went,
theater. But it's theater, right? It's acting. How many actors are gay and pretend to be straight? That's kind of like what the industry is.
yeah.
Yeah, but here's the one that I would let go. I'm gonna have to say that Bud Bundy has to go. That's a hard pick.
That's an easy one.
That's not an easy one.
It's only between him and Kelly.
I would get rid of Peggy, but if you don't want to get rid of Peggy, you could get rid of Bud.
But none of us got rid of Kelly. Why did?
Oh, because she was fired.
That's not why I didn't get rid of her.
I never thought she was all that fine. But the thing about Kelly, though, is
she was extremely not smart.
She was, but see, Bud was another version. Bud was another version of Al. Right? They were almost the same character, just difference in age.
Yeah.
But then Kelly was not like Peggy. So you had 3 different personalities but 4 characters. Right? So Bud is really the one that was kind of extra to me.
Bud came off as the character who
he could have did better, but never did.
Act like Al, but he was smart. He could.
He was the Michael. He was the Michael.
Yeah, it was sort of. It was
Michael of what?
Sort of a sad.
Good time.
This guy could do anything with his life, but because of his upbringing and who he's surrounded, he wasn't.
He didn't have a chance. Yeah.
But who was the better husband?
Nature versus nature.
Jefferson.
Nurture, right?
Wait a minute. What was the name of Marcy's first husband? Steve or Jefferson?
Steve.
Steve was first. Jefferson.
No, I said who was the best husband?
Who was the better
husband? I like Steve more than I like Jefferson. I didn't really like Jefferson.
I love Jefferson.
Jefferson was a mooch.
No, because they made him too dumb. He was too dumb. I didn't like him.
He was a mooch. He was a gold digger. Jefferson was always like that. The very first time he got on the show.
My family's here.
He was.
Hello, my family.
Hello.
Y'all just. Well, it's way past 9 o'clock. Way past. Didn't I say this show was going to be 45? Look, it was going to be 45 minutes.
Yeah, it wasn't going to be 45. We already knew that.
No, y'all came in talking about Cracker Barrel is racist and then got to bring up an interview I did March 21st last year.
Cracker Barrel was racist.
This is my wife, y'all.
Hey,
wait, hold on. I'm going to figure out a way to get there. There she go. That's the wife lady.
Oh.
And then that's my Layla, the baby.
Let me be in the picture by myself with you. It's over.
Love y'all too. Good night.
Marlon, where can we find you?
You will find me tomorrow on Saturday Night Vibe, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Fizz, where can we find you?
Hey, y'all should check out my Complex Mind Simple Man YouTube channel because I can't figure out how to get into my website right now. That's why the videos ain't showing up there right now. But as soon as I can figure out how to get back into my account, then I'll upload my videos. But I got a new video. I told y'all when we started, check it out. But what's even more important, far more important, is please help me join my Patreon, get in where you fit in. Anything helps because it really helps us do some really important things. And I want to branch this thing out from the clinic, which we'll continue to do. But also I want to start my next initiative So yes, please.
Everybody, I want to thank you all so much. Remember to subscribe to this page. 110 is where we are at as of today. I'm so happy we have 110 subscribers out there that support this channel. Thank you for your support. When you watch this later on, you can definitely comment, like, share, comment, subscribe, and you'll be seeing me tomorrow in 2 videos and Marlon Show. In addition to that, we'll see you Tuesday for my interview with Mark Everson, who will be coming in and talking about his actual win. I'm talking to a third-party candidate that actually won a race, so that's gonna
What did
be
he run for?
completely interesting.
What
And
did he get?
you gotta watch Tuesday. They're gonna tell it all. I want everybody to watch Tuesday. And thank you all so much for watching the Black Exodus. That's like my highest ranking video to date. So I want to thank everybody for watching it. Thank you for your support. Have a great evening, and we'll see you all later.